New Zealand, we know how talented they are. The question always, when you've got to replace imports who are so successful, how are they going to go? They didn't have a full complement on the weekend. We'll talk a little bit later about what's going to happen this weekend later in the show. But impressive start by a team that a lot of people think is going to be good.
Very, very impressive. Just took care of business against the Taipans in a big way. And listen, our man Parker Jackson Cartwright is very much the real deal. What a beautiful way to start Tom Abercrombie's 400 game, coach. Great play draw up.
I got goosebumps.
My Mody Mayor, beautifully executed. Look at the big smile on the veteran and the legend. But this guy right here, he's Speedy Gonzalez.
Yeah. Quickest guy in the league by far.
Have you seen anyone quicker in the league?
He reminds me of a Bryce Cotton with body style and the way he moves, but he's a lot quicker. And obviously they're two different players. But look at the way he moves, and he pass first, but he can knock down the three as well. He's dangerous.
25 points, 8 assists, 6 steals. Wow. Copes on debut. And just quietly, if Finn Delaney is going to come out and shoot like that, he hit 4 threes at 18 points. If he's going to do that over the course of this season, man, the depth of talent on this squad is scary.
I think Olgun spoke about this last week when we tagged them as the championship favourites, or at least in his mind. When Finn Delaney, when we're rolling off the roster and we're going bang, 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 and it takes us 4 or 5 to get to Finn Delaney, who has no doubt matured and got better as a player since last time we did see him in the NBL after spending time in Europe, that means they're a major problem. I like when teams who have pressure, I'm not saying they played with house money last year, but the expectations to start the year were a little lower. They got rolling and fell, 4 minutes away from winning a championship. And with that comes pressure, right? They just handled it. They rolled on in. The fans are going nuts. They love the way they play their basketball. They ease into the fans, which I really like. They're able to use that as a way to play good basketball. I like them as a team.
And you got Will McDowell-White coming back. Remember how he played last year?
Oh, yeah.
He was amazing last year. That's another question to ask.
Absolutely.
What happens in that point guard spot when he comes back?
Yeah, well, it'll be interesting. Mody, though, has shown already that he's savvy enough to move the roster around to make it work, right? Like, they started the preseason with Mango Matiang as the starting 5.
Yeah.
He's the 5, Cheatham's the 4, Delaney was coming off the bench, and through those games he established, you know what? No, Cheatham's the starting 5, Delaney's the starting 4, and Mango comes off the bench.
Now, you suggested this time last week that New Zealand were going to be very hard to beat, and they looked great last week, and they're about to get better.
They are. William McDowell-White will be making his NBL 24 debut against the Brisbane Bullets on Thursday. A huge pickup for them. And he was primed to have his best season yet. They paid him accordingly.
Thank you to the Bullets having a big swing at him that probably upped the offer a bit.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that at all. But they missed out on him, and then they got to see him on Thursday night.
Not necessarily the Bullets. No. They definitely, the team out west probably drove that price up a little bit more.
That's also true.
But he's someone who I spoke with Mody Mayor during the Blitz, and he said the few weeks that Will McDowell-White trained with us prior to breaking his hand, it's the best I've ever seen him play. And so if that's the case, with Parker Jackson and Cartwright playing the way he is, New Zealand, as per my prediction, he's going to look pretty good.
Absolutely.
Yeah. No, they already look good, and they're just going to look even better. You're right. Interested to see, as we said before, how Mody makes it work with those two guys. Now, for me, it resembles probably what Barry Brown Jr. and Will McDowell-White were last year, where Parker Jackson Cartwright plays. The ball is going to be in Will McDowell-White's hands, right? He's going to be the point guard and playing pick and roll with Zylan Cheatham. Whether that, he might not start in the first game back, we'll see how it plays out. But over the longer term, I feel like they're going to operate a little bit like what we saw last year.
Makes sense.
Just on New Zealand, they are a team that obviously have high expectations on them, but you have predicted what you did see on the weekend. Do you like what you see?
Yeah, I do. And
you're even more bullish now?
Obviously.
Yeah.
And the question that I would throw out to everyone is, they're the best 5 that they can put out there. McDowell-White, Jackson Cartwright, Jessup, Delaney, Cheatham. How many five-man units around the league are better than that? Or at the very least have a higher potential than that, a higher ceiling than that? I don't know if there are many. Melbourne maybe has a case for it. Perth maybe has a case for it too. But just the balance of that team, the creation of those 2 backcourt guys, that's incredible.